is a special presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Renegades, red feather, dangerous, touchdown, touchdown, Renegades! They caught it between two defenders! OKC is taking the lead! Deep drop back, West gonna fire it down, the pass is caught for a try! Touchdown! Back to throw, Zuli, deep drop back, he fires it deep down the field, the pass is caught by Greg Corky! Touchdown, DC! Greg Corky is a touchdown man! And the Dragons are up 10 in the first. Three receivers. Garcia back to pass, Garcia going deep to the left-hand side, wide open! It's caught! Touchdown! Santa Fe! Welcome to County Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The Republican debates may also be going on in this city, but tonight we've got something a little bit more entertaining. The Baltimore Crabs, 3-1, playing their first full game without Elliott Snyder, take on the Cleveland Vipers, who are still searching for their first victory of the season. Hello and welcome into the Sim Football Network on Twitch. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine, and tonight the Baltimore Crabs start life without Elliott Snyder. Joe Dazza will be the main focus on defense as usual, but it will be up to Mike Dazza to play a good ball game. He's got a good matchup. He goes up against the Cleveland defense that's trying to improve, and an offense that has improved with Chris Davis and Caleb Wright. Let's send it out to the field for the coin toss.
We ready for you.
Big game tonight.
The Crabs will make the selection. What is the call?
We want tails.
Tails it is.
We'll kick.
The Crabs have won the toss and select a kick.
So, start of the ball game, Thursday Night Football. It's the first game of week number 8 as things start to get real interesting in the SFL standings. Crabs and Vipers from Cleveland were underway. From the 10-yard line, Cleveland on the return following the short kick, and the Vipers up to the 30. Let's see how these two teams break down. Key stat of the night tonight is Baltimore's run defense, number 2 in the league. Chris Davis has struggled at times, but had his best game of the season on his last trip out, and he'll try to exploit a Baltimore Crab run defense that does not get exploited often. That's your key stat of the night. First down and 10 at the 30, and Caleb Wright is under center. And Wright starts the game with a handoff to Davis, and he's going to be dropped to the backfield for a 1-yard loss. Another key tonight is Cleveland's defense. They have to play well. Baltimore's got a good group. You know the Crabs aren't going to let a lot slip by them. And it's up to Cleveland's pass defense specifically. They'll contain the running game without Elliott Snyder on the field, but Mike Dazzo is the key tonight. Second down at 11, 3 receivers, 2 in the backfield, and back to pass is Wright. And Wright's going to fire it deep, and whoa, it's caught! It's caught! 20, 10, Scott King! Welcome to SFL 5! Touchdown, Cleveland! What a pass from Caleb Wright! Oh, you gotta be kidding me on the second play of the game! Wide open. Scott King is standing there all by himself. Absolutely astonishing. Cleveland owner Ronnie Nickens lit a fire under Scott King this week. He moved him from number 1 on the depth chart to number 2, and on the first pass of the game, it pays off. How about that? And the extra extra point for the Vipers is good, and they're up 7-0. What a start for Cleveland. And so far, Ronnie Nickens' depth chart move has paid off. And now Baltimore gets the ball in a rare situation. Can't tell you how many times the Crabs have been down on the road. Funny, the Baltimore Crabs actually trailed big on the road against the Dallas Stars back in Baltimore's first year, which was also owned by Ronnie Nickens. They came back to win that game, but what a start for Cleveland as their defense trots out onto the field. Up 7-0 with 50 seconds off the clock. First and 10 of the 32, and with split backs, Mike Dazzle will drop the throw, and he'll go deep, and that pass is caught. Outdad in a foot race, and Demetrius Outdad will score on Baltimore's first play. Oh man, are we in for some fireworks tonight? Demetrius Outdad with the touchdown on Dazzo's first pass. That one too easy, just down the sideline as Cleveland's last-ranked defense gets torched again. And Mike Dazzo and Caleb Wright look like they're going to have some fun tonight. And I don't think we have ever, in SFL history, maybe not even in professional football history, had 2 touchdowns on the first 2 passes of the game. And that's why you never miss an SFL broadcast, because you never know what is going to happen on this channel. Unbelievable. The old school rivalry, as they call it. Cleveland has never won, never defeated Tim Johnston. 2 of the oldest owners in the game get together. Came up with the rivalry a couple of seasons ago. Last year's final was 21-19. It's 7-7 a minute in. That is absolutely insane. Well, these 2 offenses might not even need their struggling running games. From the 10-yard line, Cleveland on the return. Past the 25 and a monster hit by Baltimore's special team defense. Cleveland comes back out. Vipers in the home white helmets, brown jerseys, white pants with white numbers, brown and light red trim. Baltimore in the road navy blue helmets, white jerseys, navy blue pants, navy blue numbers, and gold stars. First and 10 to the 28-yard line. 3 receivers, and Chris Davis takes a draw. He's got a lot of room. Nice 5-yard pickup. Tackle made by Joe Dazzle brings up 2nd and 5. Chris Davis, just shy of 100 yards per game, now 8th in the league in rushing, 99.4 yards a carry. 2nd down and 5 at the 33. And the handoff goes to Davis. He's got a first down, and Davis gets up to the 41-yard line. First down, Cleveland, as their offense continues to move the ball. Perfect quarterback rating so far for Wright, 1 for 1 for 71 yards. 3 receivers as Wright drops back to throw. Wright swings it outside, nearly taken away. Kenneth Lyons comes over and knocks it away. First incompletion of the night for either side, and it brings up 2nd and 10. Cleveland's offensive starters, quarterback number 19, Caleb Wright, a gold. Running back number 34, Chris Davis, a gold. Silver receivers are number 89, Scott King, number 88, Noel Kreis. Noel Kreis moves into the number 1 spot of the depth chart, but the thinking behind that is that the number 2 guy has been Caleb Wright's favorite target so far this season. They're trying to get Scott King more involved. It's worked so far. Draw play again. Look at the hole for Chris Davis. Bouncing off of tacklers. He picks up 9 to midfield. How about that run for Davis? We'll set up a 3rd down and short now from the 50. And another solid drive here for the Vipers. Again, a draw, and Davis is planted. A loss of a yard. Henry Hittner comes over to stuff him, and that is the first stop of the game by either side. And you can't fault Cleveland there. The draw play has been working all night, at least here in the early stages. It seems like this game's been going on forever. Cleveland's offense is actually still out there on the field, feeling daring at 0-5. What do they have to lose? Down to 12 on the play clock. And it would appear Cleveland is trying to draw Baltimore offside, and that's not going to work. They'll burn an early timeout and they'll punt it away. So 8:49 to go in the first quarter. Baltimore gets the first defensive stop of the game. The Crabs have had the ball just one play through a touchdown to Demetrius Outdat. And Wright comes over to talk to his coach. And we get to remind you to like the league on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels, /SimulationFL, as we gear up for what should be a tremendous playoff run. Cleveland punts it away. From the 15-yard line, Baltimore, not much room. And Cleveland has got to make sure they don't get burned by the big play again. First and 10 of the 17 for the Crabs. Cleveland's defensive starters, it's a reshaped defense. Defensive tackle number 93, Leetuk Inyuk, is a top 3 pass rusher and defender in the backfield. Jordan Gray, Cameron Brantley, and Zach Elfage are the 3-headed monster at linebacker. Koyama Shigeki's at corner, and the strong safety's Ahmad Arrington. And the deep ball from Dazo again is knocked away by Arrington and incomplete. Looking for Outdat again deep. This time much better defended. He was double covered, and it's 2nd down and 10. Cleveland now one of only 2 teams with 3-star linebackers. Zach Elfage, number 91. Cameron Brantley, number 51, and Jordan Gray, number 99, picked up just a couple of weeks ago off waiver wires after OKC cut him, the former Bulldog. Second down and 10 at the 17. 2 in the backfield, and the handoff goes to Gus McAfee, a 2-yard loss. Cleveland there to snuff it out. 3rd and long for Baltimore. And after the ferocious start offensively by both teams, both defenses have settled down momentarily. 3rd down, 12 of the 15-yard line. Press coverage here, an empty backfield. 5 wide receiver set. Just 4 down linemen and nobody else in the box. Dazo back to pass against a 4-man rush, and he's going to be sacked. A 9-yard loss back to the 6-yard line. And a roar from the Viper crowd as Cleveland's defense gets a stand. Earl Wade on the sack. And he just fought and fought all the way through. And now Baltimore will have to punt from inside their own end zone, and this should be terrific field position here for the Vipers.
I'm coming again! I'm coming again!
Baltimore quick kicks it away. From the 40, Cleveland up to the Baltimore 38-yard line, and that is stellar field position here for the Cleveland Vipers. Baltimore defense led by Gold Star outside linebacker Joe Dazo. The corners are number 21 Alexander Brown, who's number 2 in the league in interceptions with 4, along with number 22 Kenneth Lyons, both bronzes. The silver free safety number 27 Eddie Gades, the rookie strong safeties Dwayne Blackwell, and an outside linebacker, of course, is Henry Hittner. Dazo on the tackle. Davis picks up 2 yards, and it's 2nd down and 8.
Pick up 2 yards on the play. Number 47 credited with the
Alexander Brown has been the big surprise for Baltimore through the first 5 games. He's number 2 with 4 interceptions in the league and also number 2 in passes defended per game, averaging 2.3. Second down and 8 after Davis's 2-yard run. 6 in the box for Baltimore, and Wright will drop to throw. Wright steps up in the pocket, fires deep, and the pass into double coverage is incomplete. Looking for Noel Christ deep. Eddie Gage all over that. It's third down and 8. And you'd like to see Caleb Wright maybe scamper a little bit the next time he steps up in the pocket. Had a lot of room. And so far in the early going, there's been a lot of room up the middle. Third down and 8 at the 36. Just outside of field goal range. Be a shame if Cleveland could not move the chains after such great field position. Right back to throw, swings it outside to Price, and they rule it incomplete. I can't believe that. I know he didn't get the first down, but it absolutely looked like Noel Christ gained at least 6 yards, which would have put him into field goal range. I would be shocked if we did not get a challenge here from Cleveland. And it appears we're not going to. That is surprising to me. I know it was on the far side, but Cleveland misses an opportunity there, goes 3 and out following the nice defensive stop. And hopefully we'll try to pin Baltimore back inside their 20 for the second consecutive possession. 1 is away from the Vipers. And that is going to be fair caught at the 12. So not a very good kick there by Boston. Special teams has been a mixed bag for Cleveland this year. Number 1 in the league in punt return yards per attempt. Number 4 in kickoff return yards per attempt, but last in the league in field goal kicking, which has been an issue. First down and 10 at the 12 for the Crabs. Tie ball game at 7, 6:52 to go. Gus McAfee takes the carry, and he will pick up 1. Nice job in the middle by Inyuk and company to bring him down. Lee Tuck Inyuk, number 1 in the league. 9 total tackles for loss this year. And number 3 in the league with 3 sacks through his first 5 games. Second and 9 at the 13. Again, Baltimore without Elliott Snyder, out with a broken ankle. The Gold Star will be missed tonight and through the rest of the season, no doubt. Second and 9 at the 13. Dazzo back to pass. He's going to go deep again to Outdat. Oh my goodness gracious. Demetrius Outdat is all alone, being chased by Ahmad Arrington all the way to the 27-yard line. And Demetrius Outdat has 128 yards on 2 catches and a touchdown through the first half of this quarter. I don't think I have ever seen, I don't know where Ahmad Arrington is moving on that play. I do not think, we've seen some open receivers before. I don't think I have ever seen a player that wide open. That was horrendous coverage by the Vipers as Baltimore moves into scoring position. D.R. Sim is the main man for Baltimore. He's number 4 in the league in receiving yards per game. He does not even have a target here in the first quarter. McAfee takes the carry and picks up just 1. Another good job by the Cleveland run defense, Jordan Gray on that last tackle. The Baltimore offensive stars, Silver quarterback number 7, Mike Dazzo. The Gold Star running back number 36, Elliott Snyder, is out, so they will rely on wide receiver Silver number 80, D.R. Sim, and wide receiver bronze number 17, Demetrius Outdat. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the top of the screen, including Outdat, 2 in the backfield, second and 9. Dazzo back to pass, and Sim is locked up, and that pass is nearly in the hands of Zach Elface. I can't believe he didn't come away with that one. That was a great job by, I believe, Koyama Shigeki. He just absolutely jammed D.R. Sim at the line of scrimmage. And that was a good bout of pass defense there from Cleveland. Third down and 9 from the 25. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. Last time Baltimore went into this formation, Dazzo was sacked. Back to pass. Mike looking. There's a penalty marker. He's sacked again. And man, if I'm Cleveland, well, it's hard to take the penalty because Baltimore has shown that they have big playability. They called defensive holding. Oh man, that is a huge break. That is a spot foul and an automatic first down for Baltimore at the Cleveland 20-yard line. Wow, I thought they were going to call holding on one of the linemen who was trying to prevent the sack. Instead, the penalty for Cleveland keeps the drive alive. That is a huge break for the Crabs as Dazzo throws a quick slant for a 6-yard pickup. And that is the slot receiver making the catch. A 6-yard variety to the 14-yard line. Second down, 4 yards to go. We thank you all for supporting the SFL out there. Servo 222, Big Willie 54, Kaleidoscope, Dart Destro MD, Flava 2K. I'm a Effin' Problem. I'm Youth 3RO, L Marshall JR89, Ramos Linden X Factor 56. As McAfee is tackled in the backfield by Lee Tuck-Inyuk. That is his specialty. That's a 3-yard loss. It'll set up a 3rd down and 7, and Inyuk adds to his league-leading tackles for loss total. And if there's one bright spot in the defense, it's been Lee Tuck-Inyuk this year, the former legend. 3rd down again here for the Crabs. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Trips left for Dazzo. Had trouble getting rid of the ball on 3rd down so far in this game. Back to pass. Dazzo, deep drop back. He'll fire it to the end zone, and the pass is knocked away and incomplete. Nice defense down the field on Randall Parks. It's 4th down, and the Crabs will have to send out the field goal unit. Chad Russell, he's been burned plenty of times in his career. He makes a nice play on that football. And Baltimore will try to take the lead with a 34-yard field goal. Baltimore, one of 3 teams that has not missed a field goal this year. 100% of the time, it's right down the middle. From 34 yards away, Baltimore's field goal is up and good. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And Baltimore's field goal percentage stays perfect. Derek Barrow on the kick, and it's Baltimore 10, Cleveland 7. There's another penalty marker down.
Holding, number 15, receiving 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
And that holding penalty is on Cleveland. That is their 2nd penalty here in the first quarter. You're watching the 3-1 Baltimore Crabs, the 0-5 Cleveland Vipers trying to steal a game here this evening. Coming up Saturday, San Francisco at Oklahoma City. That is always a good rivalry game. Hand off on a counter, Davis, and he is wrapped up in the backfield by Joe Dazzo. 21 yards on 7 carries for Davis tonight. But as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, it's going to be a tough hill to climb for Chris Davis tonight. And while he looked improved against Santa Fe, this Baltimore Crab run defense knows what they're doing. They give up just 101.5 rushing yards per game. Handoff goes to Davis again. He'll try to stretch it around the right side. Davis is bouncing off of just about everybody. Forward progress moves him up to the 24, but it will bring up a 3rd down and 7 for Cleveland. They scored a touchdown on the 2nd play of the game, and since then have gone cold. 2.5 minutes to go. Opening game of week number 8. And Wright is out of the shotgun on 3rd down and 7. 3-down lineman right back to pass. Wright's got a lot of time. Fires down the middle. That pass is caught First down to the Viper 37-yard line. It's Noel Christ on the catch. And that was a great job by the Cleveland offensive line that doesn't get as much credit as they should, as Joe Dazzle let that go right past him. Cleveland is actually 4th in the league. They have allowed just 6 sacks on Caleb Wright this year through 5 games. Not too shabby. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Baltimore 10, Cleveland 7. The Vipers convert on the 3rd down.
Single back.
3 receivers as Wright drops to throw. Wright has time and gets it away. And it's caught again for a first down. Washington on the reception. Caleb Wright has back-to-back completions. And he is looking very comfortable in the pocket here in the first quarter. Nicely done. And Cleveland, like last week, they showed flashes of a good offense last week. And they're mixing it up here tonight as they keep it on the ground this time. Davis's 9th carry. Picks up 1, 2nd down and 9. Baltimore up by 3 without their leader on offense. But with a win tonight, all they got to do is win by just 1 point. And they'll be 4-1 in a 3-way tie for first place. 2nd down, 9 of the 47. And the handoff goes to Davis again. Davis breaks off a tackle. Davis got the first down. Wrapped up by Hittner, but too little too late to the Baltimore 38-yard line. Cleveland on the move. And these are the type of games that teams like the Cleveland Vipers relish in. You're clearly the underdog coming into the game, even without the star running back for Baltimore. But, you know, this is the type of time when upsets happen. Cleveland having a solid quarter, just down by a field goal. 1st and 10 of the 38. Davis will take another handoff, but this time he's wrapped up a 2-yard loss. And that's been Cleveland's biggest issue offensively, is trying to find the plays that have struggled to work and removing them from the game plan. That's the end of the first quarter. A mighty good quarter from the Cleveland Vipers. They trail by 3, trying to pull the upset tonight. Baltimore 10, Cleveland 7. This is Viper Football on the SFL Network on Twitch. If the playoffs started today, here's what it would look like. Baltimore would take on New York in a first-round cross-conference rivalry. Tallahassee would host the Legends. DC and San Francisco on the outside looking in. And Louisville and Santa Fe sitting pretty all alone at 4-1. We'll be back to Cleveland after this. This is the Sim Football Network on Twitch.tv. Welcome back. Start of the second quarter, and what a way to start the second quarter for Chris Davis. He reverses field and ends up picking up 5 yards. Nice run from Davis. Sets up a 3rd down and 7 with an empty backfield 5 wide for Cleveland and press man coverage across the board. Wright back to throw, and Wright flings it deep, and it's intercepted at the 6-yard line, and getting up and returning it the other way, all the way to the 28-yard line, is Dwayne Blackwell. What a play, and what a return for Blackwell. Wright was looking for Scott King in a bit of a desperation throw. It ends up basically being a punt, but a really nice return from Blackwell. Does a little bit more damage than the Vipers would have hoped. First turnover of the game for either team, and Baltimore takes over in pretty decent field position. There was nothing Scott King could do about that one, as Wright hung him out to dry. So first and 10 now from the 28 for the Crabs, trying to extend their lead. McAfee will take the carry, a solid 3 yards around the left side. Zach Elfage on the tackle brings up 2nd and 7. Ball at the 31-yard line. Again, OKC and San Francisco playing tomorrow, or excuse me, Saturday, noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. That's always a tremendous rivalry. Those teams always play a close game. Oklahoma City has had the number as DR Sim dropped the pass. Oklahoma City has had San Francisco's number, but I don't know. Oklahoma City's defense has wavered this season, and San Francisco has put together a pretty nice team as they look to try to get involved in the logjam that is a 3-2 record in this league. Koyama Shigeki came up to knock that pass away. Nice pass defense there. Sets up a 3rd and 7 for Baltimore. It's crazy to think that in the first 3 plays, first minute of this game, we had 2 touchdowns, and since then we've just had 1 field goal. 3 receivers, 2 to the left-hand side with split backs for Mike Dazzo. And Mike Dazzo drops back to throw against a blitz. Dazzo fires down the middle, and again that pass is knocked away by Russell. And it's 4th down, and Cleveland's defense, after giving up the early long bomb to Demetrius Outdat, has played pretty well since, and the Crabs will punt it away. Coming up on the Sunday Showcase, the Tallahassee Pride take on the Santa Fe Gorillas. Greg Morris will be along for that ride. And how about this? You heard it here first on the SFL Network on Twitch today. We will also have a new analyst in the booth on Monday as well. More details about that coming up tomorrow, and many other big announcements from the SFL coming this month before the playoffs. And you can hear it all first, exclusive right here on the SFL Network on Twitch. We'll have specific dates and times on when to tune in on all that. First down and 10 to the 37. Cleveland takes over following the Baltimore punt. 2 backs and 2 receivers for Wright, and Davis will take the counter. And Davis will be smushed again. Joe Dazzo on the tackle, and Joe Dazzo is feasting tonight. Having a bit of a down year. Dazzo usually the tackling machine on this defense, but not top 5 in any categories. 2nd and 11 at the 36. 4-3 defensive look for the Crabs. Davis going to take another handoff. Davis has some space, and Cleveland has had some success. Davis averaging 3 yards a carry tonight. Cleveland has had the most success in the running game with these quick plays up the middle of the field. As we mentioned, this offensive line is actually not too bad here in Cleveland. They've done a good job. As good a job as they can. And we've seen some brilliance out of Davis in the last couple of weeks. 3rd down and 3 of the 44. The handoff goes to Davis. This time Davis is crushed. A loss of 1 yard, and Joe Dazzo is taking over this game. Dazzo is all over the place as Boston has to come out and punt it away. And on Twitter, I don't know why it's the end of the first quarter, not the end of the third. So if anyone's reading our tweets, boy, well, we fessed up. We're truthful. First down and 10 at the 19 after the Cleveland punt. So Baltimore gets the ball back, but they've had plenty of poor field position. And that has helped this Viper defense sort of settle in. 9:03 to go in the first half. Baltimore scored their opening touchdown on a Mike Dazzo throw to Demetrius Outdat. Dazzo has not thrown a pick tonight. Caleb Wright to Scott King scored the first touchdown of the ballgame. Dazzo flips it out. That is D.R. Sims' first catch of the night, and it's a 10-yard gain to the 29. D.R. Sim, again, number 4 in the league, 135 yards per game. Overall, Baltimore has the number 4 passing offense per game, 335.8 yards through the air. First and 10 of the 29. 3 backs in the backfield, and McAfee will take the catch, and he will lose 3 yards. First catch for McAfee tonight as you look at the quarterback numbers. That was Elliott Snyder's bread and butter. And if the Crabs want to avoid negative plays in the future, they're going to need to squeeze that play out. Second down, 13, back at the 27. Another tackle for loss for Cleveland. Both teams living in the backfield defensively tonight thus far. Back to pass is Dazzo. Flings it out. What a throw. D.R. Sim with the catch, but that was all Mike Dazzo. He put some touch on that football up to the Viper 48-yard line. And man, I wish we would have seen it. It's a nice route too, but I wish we would have seen the throw from Mike Dazzo. That was pretty. First down and 10 to the 48. Nobody to the bottom of the formation, the long side of the play, ball on the left hash. As Dazzo drops to throw, looks left, fires to D.R. Sim, he steps out of bounds. And that's a 4-yard pickup. So Sim has back-to-back-to-back receptions. Dazzo 4 for 4 on the drive, 2nd and 6 at the Cleveland 44. The Money Monday game, by the way, this week, the Minneapolis Maulers host the New York Knights, so it's a battle for the first and only time this year, unless the two teams meet in the playoffs, between the last 2 champions. New York is faring better at 3-2. Minneapolis trying to save a 1-3 start. Dazzo deep drop back. He fires it down the field. That pass is caught somehow by D.R. Sim. He has 4 straight catches for the Crabs. It was beautifully defended. And somehow D.R. Sim shook off Russell and makes the play inside the 15-yard line. And this is an impressive drive from one of the league's top receivers. First and 10, Baltimore on the move. Keeping it out of McAfee's hands as they should. A quick slant down the middle. That pass incomplete. And look who's there to make the play again. Russell. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Ball at the 14-yard line. Sim to the top of the screen. Outdat since the first possession, pretty quiet. 4-3 look. Cleveland showing a blitz. Cleveland backs off, rushes forward. Dazzo steps up into a sack. Another sack given up by this Baltimore offensive line. Kabir Carson with this one. And you want to talk about a rare weakness for the Baltimore Crabs. Mike Dazzo, he's lucky he hasn't gotten banged up so far this year. Baltimore now has given up 18 sacks this season. 3rd down and 14 at the 18-yard line. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Cleveland trying to force a field goal. Dazzo back to pass, floats it deep down the middle, and that is somehow caught. That is Demetrius Outdat for another Baltimore touchdown, and boy, did Mike Dazzo heat up on that drive. Man, Ahmad Arrington, that guy has been in a slump. He let Demetrius Outdat get in right behind him. Was covered pretty well until the final second. Mike Dazzo put the faith in his receiver, and Baltimore has scored 17 consecutive points, extra point pending. since Cleveland scored on the second play of the game. Extra point is good, and the Crabs have settled back down. They've done a good job recognizing to keep it out of Gus McAfee's hands and put it in the hands of their new unquestioned leader on offense, Mike Dazzo, and that was a drive of a Dazzo. And both Dazzos, Mike and Joe, are dominating Cleveland right now, and really that's been the only difference. The Vipers have had good coverage on receivers since that first throw from Dazzo. Nothing was easy on that drive for Mike, but they just couldn't come up with the stops when they needed it, and a big elbow there from Baltimore starts Cleveland at their own 27. Santa Fe on that Sunday showcase, they'll be trying to become the first team to go 5-1. Louisville has a bye. Out of the shotgun, back to pass, right, he's gonna bomb it, and that pass is caught to Christ. What a bullet to the Crab 49-yard line for the first down, Vipers. Alexander Brown eventually on the tackle. Caleb Wright, a quarterback rating of 95.8, to be a lot higher without that pick. He threw into double coverage. 3 in the backfield here for Cleveland. Christ at the top of the screen. And the handoff goes to Davis. Davis had a lane briefly up the middle, but Henry Hittner is there on the stop. No gain, second down. Clearly, Cleveland is going to have to win this game through the air if they want to win it. Pass defense for Baltimore just 7th in the league, 257.5 yards given up. Hand off to Davis, and he tried to reverse field again. But Baltimore's run defense is all over the place. That's a 2-yard loss. Fisher on the tackle, and it's 3rd and 12. Five minutes to go in the first half. Cleveland has given up 17 straight points since taking an early lead. Wright drops back to throw. Wright pump fake. Needs to get rid of it. Caleb Wright avoids a sack, and then another. Tried to take off and run, and he got clipped. A 3-yard loss, and Baltimore's defense comes up with another stop. And the Crabs, slowly but surely, starting to take over this ball game, as many opponents against the Vipers have done before them. Cleveland's defense needs to come up with a big stop here coming up. Baltimore comes after that one, nearly got it. From the 15, Baltimore the return, and for the 4th time tonight, they will start from their 20-yard line or deeper. First down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Two in the backfield, 2 receivers. Cleveland in dire need of a stop. Back to pass, Dazzo. Deep drop back, Dazzo fires it deep. A wobbly pass caught by Outdat. Outdat now $186 through the air on 4 catches and 2 touchdowns. And Mike Dazzo is having an absolute field day against the league's worst pass defense. They give up 357.4 yards through the air, and opposing quarterbacks come in with a rating that's nearly perfect, 136.8. First and 10 at the Cleveland 38-yard line. Back to pass, Dazzo stands in the pocket, wide open receiver. That's the tight end. He picks up 4. Mike Mike Dazzo got off to a real slow start in this one. But all he's doing is looking for his 2 stars, and that is paying off. No question that is paying off. 2nd down, 6 yards to go. Two in the backfield as Dazzo swings it outside, and Outdad dropped it. And he's staring at his hands, wondering what happened. 3rd down and 6. Gray had to go out there and defend him, and they are lucky that Outdad did not turn the corner with that when he had some room to run. Crowd on their feet, need a big defensive stop. It'd be a 50-yard field goal from here. 3rd down and 6 for the Crabs. They're going to hand it off to McAfee, and McAfee got him into field goal range. A 4-yard pickup brings up 4th down and 2, and now Baltimore, one of 3 teams that has not missed a field goal this year, will try a 47-yard kick. Derek Barrow is the kicker. 1 for 1 on the night, made a chipper from 34. This right about the same part of the field, just 13 yards back. And the Crabs' 47-yard attempt is through. What a kick from Derek Barrow. And Baltimore's kicking game is still perfect on the season. Baltimore has scored 20 unanswered points, but Cleveland's still down just 2 scores. It's 20-7. And all things considered for Cleveland, it could be a lot worse, it could be a lot better, but certainly a manageable score with 2.5 to go before they hit the locker room. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe coming up in the first half. Highlights, stats, and analysis from the SFL studios in San Antonio, Texas on the 2K Sports Halftime Report. From the 11-yard line, Cleveland back on the return, 25 up to the 27-28-yard line. Baltimore wins, they'll join Santa Fe and Louisville at 4-1. If they lose, they'll join Honolulu, DC, and New York at 3-2. First down and 10 at the 28. I'm sure that's what Tallahassee would like. Tallahassee would move into 3rd place if that was the case. Hand off to Davis again. Davis cuts back left side. Davis still on his feet, has to be wrestled down by Brown. 7-yard gain on Davis's 18th carry of the night. Sets up a 2nd down and 3, and all Cleveland needs here is a nice solid drive, and they're right back in business. The Crabs do get the ball to start the 2nd half. And they won't get another play off before the 2-minute warning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Cleveland Viper Radio Network.
Viper football is on the air. WCVF 98.3 FM, the Sports Authority.
2nd down, 3 at the 35. If you missed the announcement earlier this evening, we will have analysts in the booth with me both for Sunday and Monday's contest between Tallahassee and Santa Fe and New York and Minneapolis on Monday. 2nd down and 3. Davis takes his first toss of the night, and he takes it outside, nearly got the first down. Going to set up a 3rd down and short. 3rd and inches to be exact, even though that's not really exact. Eddie Gage on the tackle. And this is a big 3rd down conversion here for Cleveland. They need to punch this through, and they need to keep the ball out of Mike Dazzo's hands, who is racking up the yards and quick. A short little trap play, and that's a beautiful play call from Cleveland all the way up to the Viper 48-yard line for a Cleveland first down, and Davis has 20 carries here in the first half. Cleveland taking their time. They don't want to risk giving the football back to the Crabs. The Vipers have 2 timeouts. Ball on the Cleveland 48. I would suspect they'll start to go no huddle here shortly. Down to 12 on the play clock. Don't seem to be in too much of a hurry. As Wright hands it off to Davis. He is dropped in the backfield. That is a 3-yard loss. Now it's 2nd down and 13. The clock is ticking, and Oh man, I hope Cleveland has a pass play. Not sure that they do. Draw play to Davis. They're going to call a timeout here, and that's the smart thing to do. Get some new personnel out onto the field for this third down play and trying to keep the drive alive. Probably should have done that after first down. 38 seconds to go before the half. Cleveland faces a third down and long, but has kept the game close. Caleb Wright just with that one bad decision on the double team play to Scott King. Trips right now. Noel Kreis is to the bottom of the screen. Davis in the backfield. And Wright will drop back to pass. Wright in the pocket. Throws. Caught to the Baltimore 39-yard line. First down. A nice throw to the slot man from Caleb Wright. Clock is ticking down to 26 seconds to go. They're going to fake the handoff. Wright goes play action. Fires it. That pass is caught. Nice play call. That was Scott King on the catch. A 7-yard gain. Second down and 3. Cleveland near scoring position. Right back to pass. Wright fires it deep down the middle. The pass is caught down at 12. Nice 2-minute drive. Scott King again with the catch. And Cleveland will bring the field goal unit out, take the points, and end the half on a good note. Caleb Wright, beautifully executed 2-minute offense. They would have liked the touchdown if they would have had that third timeout that they burned early in the half. They might have been able to take another shot, but all in all, any points are good points for Cleveland. They can cut the deficit to 10 on this 29-yard field goal. A nice drive from Caleb Wright. The chip shot for the Vipers. They've struggled kicking field goals. Not that time. The kick is good. And it's Baltimore 20, Cleveland 10. Derek Brown on that kick. It is a beautiful night for football, by the way. 71 degrees and clear skies tonight. It was sunny before the sunset. It is just gorgeous. Not that way, the SFL studios in San Antonio. Guys back at the studio said they were driving home and the car thermometer read 105. Nice hit there by Cleveland at the 25-yard line, and all the Vipers need to do is make sure the Crabs don't go yard on them in the last 4 seconds. First and 10 of the 25. 3 receivers set for the Crabs. And Dazzo flips it outside, and that pass is caught, but out that is going to be wrapped up. That is the end of the first half. Baltimore 20, Cleveland 10. Dan and Peter have the halftime call. We'll be back for the second half after this. This is the Sim Football Network on Twitch.
This one, and the reception's made at the 37. Finally dropped at the 41.
And into his receiver's hands. Nice throw. Dan, he's gone completely all in at this point, and it's paying off huge.
Well, I think his consistency stems from a cool demeanor coupled with a killer instinct. And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Crabs enjoying the lead 20-10.
Okay, Dan, let's get this halftime show started. What do you have for us?
A look at our halftime stats here, and boy, look at the difference in passing yards. The Crabs are winning because of it. Let's see if they can keep up their dominance in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Number 89 emerged as a real weapon as he pulled one in here. A 71-yard touchdown for the home team. The Vipers strike first and go up by 7. Still early in the first, number 17 emerged as a real weapon as he pulled one in here. A 68-yard touchdown for the visitors. I'm out of control. Midway through the first, game tied 7-all. Number 17 came up with a huge play here as they cover a lot of real estate on this one. The Vipers on D. Number 20 shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. The Vipers down 10-7. Number 7 went up top on a third down play, and he was able to find his man. A 17-yard touchdown for the visitors. The Crabs move ahead by 10. The Vipers still middle of the second. Number 19 connected with his man on this one. Unfortunately, they could not capitalize on the play. Still midway through the second, the Crabs leading by 10. Number 17 makes him pay here as he's running a deep route, and this ball is right where it needs to be. They're now up by 13. The Vipers creeping up on the end of the half. Number 19 would find his target on this one. That set up a 30-yard field goal. The Vipers down 20-10. Number 7 connected with his man on this one. They were getting the yards, but they weren't watching the clock, and time ran out on them. And that will do it. The Vipers are down at the half, 20-10.
Nice job, Dan.
The Crabs get the ball first this half, and another score by them could really open up this game. They currently lead 20-10. Now let's get to the game.
Start of the third quarter from County Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Baltimore's going to get the football first. They are protecting a 20-10 lead despite just 6 rushing yards in that first half. Crabs on the return up 2 scores, up to the Baltimore 28-yard line. Baltimore was never really that good at running the football anyway, at least this season. 9th in the league, averaging just 78.5 rushing yards per game. Again, happy to have you along for the ride tonight. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine, and this is the Sim Football Network on Twitch.tv. Week 8 of a 12-week regular season. As Mike Dazzo drops to throw. Dazzo, deep ball, and it's overthrown. Incomplete. Looking for DR Sim. Has 4 catches in this game. All 4 catches came on that one drive, that one touchdown drive in which Outdad scored on. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Let's go.
Oklahoma City, San Francisco comes your way Saturday afternoon. Sunday afternoon, it's Santa Fe and Tallahassee, the game of the week. And then New York and Minneapolis comes your way Monday, Sunday, and Monday. I'll have an analyst in the booth with me. As Dazzo drops to throw. Dazzo! Oh, he is punished! Absolutely punished in the backfield. Earl Wade is 2nd of the night. That was nasty. Thrown down right into the legs of Wade. Mike Dazzo beaten up again tonight. 2nd down and 3rd down and 14 actually. Following the incompletion and 4-yard loss on the sack. Dazzo in the shotgun throws it deep. That pass is caught over the middle. That is Demetrius Outdat. He is burning the Cleveland Viper defense alive. 5 catches for 202 yards in the first half of play, which has to be a record for receiving yards and a half, at least this season. Might be a record for receiving yards and a half all time. The guy is out of control. 1st and 10 of the 44-yard line. 3 in the backfield. 1st and 10 of the 44. As Dazzo drops to throw, he'll flip it out to McAfee, and he is punished in the backfield, a 3-yard loss. Dazzo now 297 yards of offense, and almost all of it belongs to Demetrius Outdat on the other end. 2nd down, 13. Cleveland making plenty of plays in the backfield. Again, empty backfield, 5 wide. Dazzo flips it outside, and that pass is caught by Sim, his 5th grab of the evening. A 6-yard gain will set up a 3rd down and 7. Cleveland trying to pull the upset, trying to wiggle their way back into the relevant conversation. Trying to win their 2nd home game since moving back to Cleveland. Split backfield for Baltimore, 3 receivers. Dazzo back to pass. He's going to go deep, and look at that. Wow, that is the worst secondary coverage I've ever seen. DR Sim is so wide open. Wow, that's as dumb as leaving a window open in a hurricane. DR Sim with his first touchdown of the night, and Cleveland's defense lets them down again as Baltimore takes the largest lead of the night, and Dazzo goes over 300 passing yards against a pass defense that basically cannot stop any quarterback. Troubling times appear to be continuing here in Cleveland tonight, but there's still a lot of game left to be played, and Cleveland's offense at times has looked sharp. Can they string a drive together and keep this interesting? Without Elliott Snyder, the Crabs have looked to Mike Dazzo, and against at least the Vipers anyway, the Crabs actually might be a better team for it. Crabs kick it away. From the 7-yard line, Cleveland on the return, past the 20 and up to the 26-yard line. And even 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Washington on the return. Cleveland's defense giving up a whopping 43.2 points per game. Just struggling. First down and 10 of the 26. Split receivers as Wright drops to pass, and Wright is looking deep, and it is caught! Oh no, Christ! He's still going! Christ! One of the best catches of the year! Touchdown! Touchdown, Cleveland! Oh, what a play! Get ready to take your picture! Put that man on a poster! Eddie Gage, schooled by the former legend! And for the 2nd time in this first half, the Vipers, or the 2nd time in this game, I should say, the Cleveland Vipers have struck on a big play highlight from Caleb Wright. As Cleveland continues to hang around despite the dominance of Mike Dazzo. And with this extra point, Cleveland is now over their points per game average this season. Ramos Lynn says he thought it was picked. Yeah, I did too. I thought Gage snagged it. And Noel Christ not only caught the ball, but was able to tightrope the sideline as he turned around to make the play. Seriously, one of the best catches. That was tremendous. From the 12-yard line, Crabs on the return, past the 30. Oh boy, Baltimore gets a nice return to the 39. That isn't what Cleveland needed or wanted. This is a big drive here for Cleveland's defense. The offense is playing their hearts out tonight, really playing a well-executed game plan. I mean, it's been tremendous. The switch of Christ and King has helped as well. His defense has got to pick it up. 2 receivers with Dazzo out of the shotgun. McAfee to his left. Back to pass. Pump fake. Deep ball again. And it's caught again with a broken tackle. Demetrius Outdet has 250 yards. And, you know, I normally don't open up yet another computer window as I'm doing these broadcasts, but I got to see what the top number is in stellar receiving yards in the league this year. I mean, this guy is putting on an absolute show on 7 catches. And the guy's not even the top target on his team. It is absolutely tremendous. The top receiving game this year, we'll get to it in just a minute, as the handoff goes to McAfee, and he's going to be tackling the line of scrimmage. DR Sim actually holds the top spot, 249 yards. He already beat his teammate, and we just started the third quarter. I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable. What a performance from Demetrius Outdat against a non-star corner. It's a mismatch all night long, but this is just crazy. Best game by far of Outdat's career. They have to check it down to McAfee. Good defense there from the Vipers, and it forces a 3rd down and 7. And again, if Cleveland can just force or hold Baltimore to a field goal, it's still a 2-score game. Earl Wade has 2 sacks, one more vicious than the other. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. A good one tonight if Cleveland can somehow figure out how to get a stop. 1 deep safety. Back to pass, Dazzo. Dazzo looking down the middle. That pass caught again. Is that Outdat again? This guy is ridiculous tonight. Unbelievable. For long-time SFL viewers, you know Demetrius Outdat has not necessarily had a tremendous career. This guy tonight, my goodness, he has taken the spotlight away from everybody. Dazzo back to pass. Poor old DR Sim, he catches a 5-yard out route like a noob. 2nd and 5 at the 14. Demetrius probably saying in the huddle, "Oh, you caught a 5-yard out route. That's so cute." Outdat now will line up in the slot. 7:25 to go in the 3rd. 2nd down, 5. Out of the shotgun, back to pass. Dazzo fires it down the middle, and wide open is DR Sim. And the defense fails the Vipers again. And the offense is just going to have to keep scoring. Mike Dazzo, to a wide open DR Sim. Mike Dazzo is going to get a career high in yards tonight. And I'm very impressed with the way Baltimore has approached the situation without Elliott Snyder. They're basically just not going to Gus McAfee at all. They're just not running the ball at all. They're just foregoing it and letting Demetrius Outdat and Mike Dazzo, along with DR Sim, put on a show. And the extra point, which is nearly blocked, is good. And it's 34-17 Crabs. Astonishing. Absolutely astonishing. Cleveland's pass defense gives up an average quarterback rating of 137. A perfect rating is 153, people. It's mind-boggling. From the 8, Cleveland still has plenty of time, but the offense has to keep scoring. They've done a pretty good job of doing that so far throughout this game, as Washington returns it. If you missed Monday night's Money Monday contest, Louisville defeated DC 31-14, dropping the Dragons to 3-2, and the Wolfpack improved to 3-0 at home. They are menacing. Watching Baltimore and Cleveland live right now. 3 in the backfield. Handoff goes to Davis. Davis going to cut left, and boy, it looked like he had some room, but man, Joe Dazzo, 7th tackle. He's got 4 behind the line tonight. Gain of just 1 brings up 2nd down and 9. This is huge. Even if it's just a field goal here for Cleveland, what it will do to the morale of this team if they can continue to hang with the Crabs. I know they're missing Elliott Snyder, but Mike Dazzo has proven why he's so capable as a passer in this league. Draw play, Davis, all kinds of room, but there is Joe Dazzo again. I mean, this guy now 8 tackles. We're still in the first part of the third quarter. The Dazzos are having a night, but no one can steal Demetrius Outdat's spotlight. The best receiving performance of the year, and we've just played 2.5 quarters. Big third down here. Third down and 5, 3 in the backfield, right back to pass, 3-step drop, right, has to check down to Davis, and a 3-and-out forced by the Baltimore defense is a huge turn of events. Nobody open downfield for Caleb Wright. He protected the football, but now they're going to have to put a very tired defense out here that has just been pathetic. 4th down and 3. Man, it almost makes you wonder, although you have to consider they're playing the league's worst pass defense. But you have to wonder what the Baltimore Crabs' potential could be if Mike Dazzo has games like this with Elliott Snyder out. You never know. I mean, they had a good pass offense before Elliott Snyder went out. Elliott Snyder obviously was a part of that. But it's 1st down and 10 at the 32-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 2 to either side. And Dazzo will swing it outside. That is Outdat again. That's an 8-yard gain, and Demetrius Outdat now has a season record 269 yards on 9 grabs. That is absolutely sensational. That's nearly 30 yards a catch. Cameron Brantley has been non-existent in this game just because he's the inside linebacker, and Baltimore just hasn't done anything up the middle. One of the Vipers' best defenders neutralized tonight by the game plan of the Crabs. 2nd down and 2 at the 40. Outdat to the top of the screen. He is murdering people. Back to pass. Dazzo flips it outside. That pass is caught. Oh man, you know what? I shouldn't have said murdered. I don't know if you guys heard, but somebody went on change.org and started a petition. What was that? Moms Against Simulation Violence or some BS. It was the funniest thing I've ever read. First and 10 at the Baltimore 49. Crabs up by 17. Dazzo back to pass, flips it out to McCaff, who's knocked down big time in the backfield by Jordan Gray, a 1-yard loss. That tackle in the backfield. I'd like to lay a hit on that petition lady. 2nd and 11 of the Baltimore 48. 2 receivers, 1 in the backfield. Cleveland is a 4-3 defensive look. Dazzo back to pass, 3-step drop. Dazzo short down the middle. That pass caught. 4-yard pickup. That's DR Sim. There's DR Sim again with his little short routes. All kidding aside, though, DR Sim also having another great night. He's got 2 touchdowns, as does Demetrius Outdat. 4 touchdowns, no picks for Mike Dazzo. Under 4 minutes to go, 3rd down and 7. Huge play here for the Viper D. Sim on Shigeki, bottom of the screen. They fake the handoff to McAfee, and they swing it outside, and the pass is through the hands of the intended receiver. Would have been short of the 1st down anyway, and a nice defensive stand for the Vipers. Keeps the game within reach. 4th down and 7. For more information about the Simulation Football League, you can head to simulationfl.com. A brand new website will launch soon. I'm talking brand spanking new, built from the ground up. Over 40 pages of information, entertainment, and content for you and your viewing pleasure. Coming soon, simulationfl.com. This kick will bounce inside the 10, down to the 4, and a nice punt all the way down to exactly the 4-yard line. And Cleveland will have to start deep in their own territory, trying to keep momentum from that brilliant highlight reel pass to Noel Kreis earlier in the third quarter. First down and 10 to the 4.
First and 10.
Three in the backfield for Caleb Wright. Nice bottom of the screen, draw play, and Chris Davis is brought down in the backfield by Henry Hittner. That's a 1-yard loss back to the 3-yard line. And the Vipers right now are in a precarious situation. Second and 11, same formation here. Handoff goes to Davis. The offensive line creates some space. Chris Davis nearly got away, but Joe Dazzo again comes up with a monstrous open field tackle. The dude's got a couple of handfuls of tackles tonight. It's 3rd and 6. This is easily Joe Dazzo's best game of the season. 3 receivers. Caleb Wright needs to make something happen, or Cleveland's going to have back-to-back 3-and-outs since throwing a touchdown. Wright to throw. Wright pump fake, has to swing it outside, and Davis, the pass was it took so long to get there that Davis ran out of room. If the pass would have been a little bit quicker out to Davis, he would have turned the corner and gotten the first down, but instead, Cleveland's offense fumbles away another possession, and they'll have to punt it away deep in their own territory.
Here I come, punter. I'm coming. I'm gonna block the punt.
Cleveland is kind of like Oklahoma City this year, where they show that they have the ability to compete, but just can't do it anywhere on a consistent level. That's a nasty hit. This possession will no doubt, or very highly likely, result in a score of some kind. Cleveland just needs to try to keep this to a 3-score game. But my Dazzo, Joe Dazzo, and Demetrius Outdat just too much for the Vipers through almost 3 quarters. 2 in the backfield. Dazzo will pass again. Dazzo will check it down to McAfee. Somehow McAfee gets free. What a block on the outside. First and 10 down to the Cleveland 19-yard line. And that was Jason Candidate. I could have sworn that McAfee was a running back. Candidate must have stepped up and stepped into the ball game. Zach Elfage on the tackle. And Candidate's in the ball game. Who knows? Maybe it's been Candidate this whole time. I have no idea. First and 10 of the 19, under 2 minutes to go. Cleveland needs to force a turnover as Dazzo ripped down Lee Tuck Inyuk. Now 4 sacks on the season. Mike Dazzo, man, he's taken some crushing hits tonight. Second down and 14. Off to apparently Candidate. What does this world come to? Gain of 3 brings up 3rd down and 11. Don't judge me. That's a jerk move, all pro. That's a jerk move. That is a change.org petition lady against whatever violence move. 3rd down and 11, empty backfield. Dazzo back to pass. Dazzo, does he throw? And the pass is incomplete. Oh my goodness. Mike Dazzo, right into the gut. Dazzo took a shot. Fourth down and 11. And Cleveland gets what they wanted. They forced the field goal. The 36-yard kick. Baltimore trying to stay perfect on their field goal kicking. And a high snap. The kick is up, and it's good. So Baltimore goes up now by 20, their largest lead of the night. 47 seconds to go in the first quarter. It is 37-17. Interesting note, at this point in the season, through 7 weeks last year, we had 11 games in which a team scored 40 or more points. This year, we've had 10 games in which a team has scored over 40 or more points, but last year, by far, we've had more games where both teams scored over 40. This year has definitely been a little bit more defensive, and I would expect that trend to continue as teams try to figure out how to execute defensive strategies, as the offense kind of got a little bit ahead of the curve last year. First and 10 at the 31 following the return. First and 10 at the 31. Cleveland down by 20, but they do have the football, and they do have explosivity on their side. They just need to unleash it. Davis is hit again by Joe Dazzo, and I don't even know how Joe Dazzo, I mean, is the man unblocked every time? Out of control. Caleb Wright has a quarterback rating tonight of 119. They need to put the ball in his hands and just let it fly. 3 receivers, 2 in the backfield, second down and 7. Cleveland has had back-to-back 3 and outs, and partly due because once again they're handcuffing Caleb Wright. Yeah, Cleveland, if they look back on this season, if they just would have given the reins just a little bit more to Caleb Wright, it might be a different story. That's the end of the third quarter. Baltimore 37, Cleveland 17. We'll be back for the fourth in just a moment. This is the Sim Football Network on Twitch.tv. Boy, the play calling in this second half for Cleveland has been absolutely dreadful. Back-to-back 3 and outs following a touchdown pass to Noel Kreis, which was probably the play of the game, because Baltimore nearly blocks that punt. The odds are not in Cleveland's favor at this point, as it looks like Baltimore's Tim Johnston is going to beat Cleveland's Ronnie Nickens for the 3rd straight time since the old school rivalry series was established. First and 10 of the 28 for Baltimore. Just an absolutely give credit where credit's due. A sensational night for Demetrius Outdat. He is about to top 300 receiving yards, which would be approaching an all-time league record. As Dazzo flips it out, that's Candidate, and he picks up 3 yards. And now Mike Gardner, a non-star defensive end for Cleveland, is hurt. They just can't buy a break as Cameron Brantley is shaken by the news. Made the tackle. Looked like maybe Candidate fell on his leg. Maybe a groin injury. Second down and 7 after Candidate's 3-yard reception. Three in the backfield for Dazzo. Sim to the bottom of the screen. Back to pass. They look Candidate's direction. Candidate's got a, well, no, he didn't get the first down. 3rd down and inches, but Mike Dazzo now 457 yards passing tonight, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and we'll get you the top passing mark of the season in just a bit. Dazzo may have already eclipsed it. What a brilliant game. 3 in the backfield on 3rd down and inches, and Candidate gets the carry. He's got a first down to the 44-yard line, a 6-yard gain. And after Baltimore had just 6 yards in the first half on the ground, they'll try to find some more yards here in the 4th quarter as they try to bleed some clock. Dazzo out of the shotgun, back to pass. He'll flip it out to Sim. That's a 3-yard gain. The top passing yards game this year is, no, just a minute. Daniel Garcia, 460 yards. So with that last pass, Mike Dazzo has tied the season record for passing yards on a game, 460. Candidate takes the handoff, picks up 2, going to set up a 3rd and 5. The real test for Baltimore comes in the next couple of weeks against some much better pass defenses. They play Orlando next Sunday on the Sunday Showcase, although that will likely be flexed out. That game is at home. And then they play Santa Fe, a scheduled Monday game on the road. Back to pass. Dazzo flips it outside. Pass caught, but Sim had to come back for it, and it's going to be 4th down. 269 yards and 9 receptions and 2 touchdowns, although Sim not too shabby. He's got 11 grabs for a $154 and 2 scores. So it hasn't been all bad tonight. It's a 20-point margin of victory right now for the Crabs, but we've seen worse, and we've seen some excellent plays and some excellent players step up their game and top off the record books. Although, to be fair, Mike Dazzo was tied.
Right.
9:09 to go in the 4th. First and 10 for the Vipers, down by 20. Still some time left in this game. Handoff goes to Davis. He'll pick up just 2. And the Cleveland Viper offense right now is operating like the game is over. And I just don't understand it. If you look back through the second half, since Caleb Wright threw the touchdown pass to Noel Christ, how many times has Cleveland passed the ball? It's just astonishing. Because Davis is going to get another carry, and Davis is going to be brought down for just a 1-yard gain. Unbelievable. 3rd down and 7. I mean, Cleveland has only had to pass when they have to, and that's just backwards. 3rd down and 7. Cleveland at this point just wasting clock. 4 receivers. Caleb Wright is going to have to end up making something happen on 3rd down once again, which he hasn't been able to do the last couple of drives. He steps up in the pocket, fires down the middle of the field, and look what happens! A wide open receiver, and look at Caleb Wright. He's thrown the ball 15 times tonight for 264 yards, and that's another Viper first down. I mean, put the ball in the dude's hands. He makes things happen. And that really has been the story of this Vipers franchise. Last year, they couldn't figure out how to get Johnny English involved at all. And this year, they can't figure out how to get Caleb Wright involved. First and 10 of the 43, another beautiful pass from Caleb Wright as Wright hands it off to Davis on first down. And Davis picks up a solid 5, but the clock continues to tick. Ball on the Cleveland 48.
Pick up of 4 yards on the play. Number 27.
Cleveland to finish out their season as Orlando in a couple of weeks on the road, and Tallahassee here at home August 27th. Orlando licking their chops, just coming off of a penalty marker here, first on the night for Baltimore. That might be a first down. Orlando licking their chops at Cleveland. They just are coming off of a 17-13 fantastic victory over the Honolulu Legends in the Walsh War.
Number 96, Keith. Repeat, second down.
It's going to be third down in inches. Excuse me, second down in inches. And the clock rolls under 7 minutes now to go. Orlando could potentially be 2-4.
Second and inches.
They are off this week. Toss play out to Davis, and he did not get the first down. Davis averaging just 2.4 yards a carry. Eddie Gage on the tackle. He's had a quiet night. The only thing he's famous for this evening is getting on that poster. Been a good start to Week 8. I don't know about you guys, but hope you've had a lot of fun here tonight. Again, shouting out to those of you who are in the chat: Servo222, Kaleidoscope, Darth Destro MD, Flava2K, Ghost of Crux, I'm Affin Problem, and Chris Davis is not going to get the first down. That's pathetic. I'm your hero, Insane Eagle, El Cool Nice, Muse 101, NY Kia 31, Ramos Lynn, True Shot Caller 1, and X Factor 56. Thanks for being along for the ride. 4th down and 1. Cleveland will just punt this away. They're going to fall to 0-6. Baltimore, without Elliott Snyder, without really a running game at all tonight, will improve to 4-1. But the big question marks happen after this week, when Orlando plays solid pass defenses, Orlando and Santa Fe coming up. And really the question becomes, is 4-4 good enough to make the playoffs? And is Mike Dazzo good enough to lead this team with no Elliott Snyder and a defense that at times has been suspect? First and 10 of the 20. 3 in the backfield for Mike Dazzo. And Dazzo will flip it outside to Candidate. Candidate with some running room, but he is stopped by Brantley. Just a 2-yard gain. Mike Gardner with a concussion. Boy, safe travels home. 2nd and 8. Ball at the 22-yard line. In the backfield, Dazzo back to pass. Dazzo swings it outside. Candidate, 1-yard gain on the play. Cleveland will lose their 21st game in their last 22. Their one lone victory. He hates it every time I bring it up. One lone victory against the Oklahoma City Renegades here last season. Back to pass. Dazzo's in trouble, and Mike Dazzo is brought down again. Tip your hat to the Cleveland pass rush. They've been all over Mike Dazzo tonight, as Baltimore will punt it away. Down to 4 minutes to go tonight. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe will have your final stat wrap-up. Not sure if Mike Dazzo's going to end up breaking Daniel Garcia's season record or not, as Baltimore punts it away. From midfield, Cleveland calls a fair catch. It's hard to fathom that Caleb Wright, in a game that could have potentially become a shootout, has thrown the ball just 16 times.
First and 10 from your Vipers, 50-yard line.
Hey guys, they want the pass, watch the pass, watch the pass. Watch left.
4 receivers, 3 to the right. Wright swings it outside. That pass is caught by King, and he is just out of bounds. 5 catches, 111 yards for Scott King. He's had a much better night tonight for Cleveland. He was pushed down to second on the depth chart in favor of Noel Kreis, and it's worked out for both receivers. When they've gotten their opportunities, they have shined.
Second and inches from the crowd. 40 yards.
Here comes the run! Here comes the run!
Second and short. Wright hands off to Davis. Oh my goodness. Davis stopped for a 3-yard loss. I mean, the guy's unblocked off the right side. And he's going to run the same play, and he's going to lose 3 yards. Oh man, those are the drives that Cleveland Viper fans just want to absolutely pull their hair out.
Fourth and 6.
Going for it on 4th down and 6. Wright back to pass. Wright goes deep down the field, and it's caught again! I'm telling you, Caleb Wright, man. Unleash this kid. He knows what he's doing. 1st and 10 at the 13. Empty backfield. Wright back to pass. Wright. Check down. Boy, nearly threw a pick. That time he didn't know what he was doing. Didn't have anybody open. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. Second down, 10 of the 13, 2:49 to go in the ball game. Cleveland down by 20, trying to slim their margin. Back to pass, right to the end zone, caught for a touchdown! It's Washington! And the Viper fans show the team some love. Man, quite a surprising turnout here tonight in Cleveland. Despite the poor season going on, that was really bad defense. So 37-23, Cleveland makes things just a little bit more interesting here in the final 3 minutes. Vipers offense better. But man, I mean, this Caleb Wright kid, this man can play. And the extra point is good. Onside kick coming, no doubt about that, from Cleveland. 37-24. All 3 timeouts for the Vipers. Down 2 scores, looking to make a miracle happen. Onside kick is recovered by the Crabs, return of 43. Still not done just yet. Baltimore needs to move the chains. We've seen some comebacks in this league, but I don't know if we've ever seen anything as crazy as what we might see. 3 in the backfield for the Crabs. 1st and 10 of the 43. Cleveland still has the 2-minute warning that can stop the clock. Candidate is wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, no gain. And Baltimore does not have to run another play before the 2-minute warning. They beat it by 1 second. We'll see, though, they actually might. Just because the computer can be a little skittish sometimes. That would be huge for Cleveland because it would save them another timeout. With the way Caleb Wright has been slinging the rock around, man, I don't know. Things could still get interesting here. Baltimore has one of the worst rushing offenses. They got a non-star back there. And they will snap it again. 2nd down and 10. Candidate takes the carry. It is a 2-yard gain, and it's 3rd down. And Cleveland still has all 3 timeouts in the pocket. And Baltimore has not gotten into field goal range. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identifications along the Cleveland Viper Radio Network.
Viper football is on the air. WCVF 98.3 FM, the Sports Authority.
3rd down and 8 at the 41-yard line. And empty backfield. Dazzle going to throw it. Dazzle almost sacked it. Oh my goodness. He is all alone. Oh my goodness. Who is covering that guy? Oh, that was embarrassing. Nearly sacked was Mike Dazzle, and he finds a non-star, Randall Parks. I'm telling you, nobody on that guy, and that is the definition of the Cleveland Vipers' history right there. And that puts a wrap on that. My goodness, what an ugly finish. What an ugly finish.
Back for the point after. Brock will hold the kick.
The extra point on a low snap. That kick is good. Cleveland was that close to making things entertaining. They just couldn't do it for us. And Mike Dazzle has the first 500-yard passing game of the season here in the SFL. Don't forget, more excitement to come in Week 8. Coming up Saturday, noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. One of the best rivalries in the SFL. It's the Oklahoma City Renegades and the San Francisco Bulldogs. Every time they get together, it's a close ball game as Oklahoma City is trying to resurrect their season. And San Francisco is trying to take that next step to a contender. Sunday Showcase, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. The Tallahassee Pride and the Santa Fe Gorillas, a battle of two one-loss teams for the second straight week on the Sunday Showcase. And don't forget, our best games happen on Sunday. The last 3 weeks, the Sunday Showcase has been decided by 7 points or less. And the pass deep is caught again. Caleb Wright still slinging the ball around, and the Vipers call timeout. People are asking what the all-time record for receiving yards is. The record for this season has already been broken by Outdat, but the all-time record is somewhere in the 330s, I believe. We have it on file. That's, hint, hint, another nice thing about the new website coming up. First down and 10 to the 39 after Wright's deep ball, and Wright will check it down. That pass is caught. That's a 7-yard gain. Caleb Wright padding his stats, making himself look good here late. Second down and 3, empty backfield. Wright back to pass. Everybody goes deep, but nobody's open. Wright is in trouble, and Wright throws it away. That's the smart thing to do. Sets up a third down, 1:23 to go. 2 timeouts for Cleveland. Baltimore 4-1. Very likely they will make the playoffs. But they got to prove that they can beat a top-tier team. And while Orlando is just 1-4, watch out. Orlando always better in the second half. And Orlando stumped Baltimore in Baltimore last year in the playoffs. As that pass, nice route by Noel Christ. He paid a price for it. However, 1st and 10 after they move the chains. Back to pass, Wright. And Wright hit as he threw and nearly threw it away. King's got 6 catches. That's the first time King has been targeted and has not gotten the ball in his mitts. Down to 1:06 to go in the ball game.
Second and 10.
If you haven't visited us before, simulationfl.com, click DAC Stats on the top menu, and you can see an abundance of simulation football statistics. It'll just blow your mind, and the box score will be up in about an hour from this game. Penalty markers down. They may flag the linebacker for PI on Jenkins. Might have said he got there early.
Pass interference, number 52.
That keeps the drive and the game alive for Cleveland, as slim of hopes as they have. This Spot foul sets it up 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. 61 seconds remain. In all likelihood, Cleveland falls to 0-6. Baltimore improves to 4-1 without Elliott Snyder.
1st and 10.
And even though the Crabs owner thinks this season is a lost cause, his players do not. Caleb Wright back to pass. And Wright steps up, fires it, and it's knocked down. Knocked away by Romo. I doubt any relation to Tony Romo, since Tony Romo is used to throwing incompletions. 2nd and 10 of the 16. Kreis, 5 catches, a buck, 48 tonight. Cleveland trying to score over 30 points for the first time this season. And Caleb Wright will go to the end zone and find an open receiver for a touchdown. Scott King. Another nice route, and it's 44-30. Gotta respect the Vipers. They did not go away in this ball game tonight. Just some bizarre play calling in the second half put them in a hole. And the extra point for the Vipers is good, 44-31. And it's onside kick time here for the Vipers again. Cleveland is not going to go away here, folks. Gotta say, I gotta give them props. Onside kick here. Going straight down the middle. The ball is bobbled around, and it's picked up by Baltimore. Another missed opportunity there for Cleveland. And Baltimore now should be able to run this out. Or at least get very close to running it out. 44-31, one of the highest scoring games in the SFL this year. One timeout left for the Vipers. It's 2nd and 12. They'll take another one. So now it's 3rd down and 13. So Cleveland will get the ball back, but not enough time to complete a tremendous comeback. Victory formation, Baltimore will have to punt it away. They should just send Mike Dazzo out there to throw another touchdown. That would be cruel. That would be absolutely cruel. He did it the last drive. The Crabs are going to move their tremendous season record to an all-time 18-3. And will there be any time left on the clock for Caleb Wright? Yes, there will. 1 second. A solid effort by the Cleveland offense tonight, but the Baltimore Crabs are going to end up getting the victory. Dan and Peter will be on for the post-game show, and we will come back with our final thoughts after the post-game stats, which should be very interesting to look at. A couple of records set tonight. Baltimore wins by 13.
Yard line. Washington catches the bullet out left and gets past the markers for a first down. With this one in the books, let's take a look back at some of the action. So, the ball game is over. Let's take a quick look back at how it went with our post-game show. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Number 7 went to work on third down, and he was able to find his man. A 53-yard touchdown for the visitors. The Crabs moving ahead big and now lead by 17. Trying to answer back, number 88 came up with a big play as he was able to pull this one in. A 74-yard touchdown for the home team. Midway through the third, the Crabs leading by 10. Number 7 would find his target on this one. They have opened it up and now lead by 17. The Crabs again have it. Barrow comes on for the field goal try. Good spot, and this one is right through, no sweat. A 37-yard field goal. The Crabs winning 37-17. Jenkins had to work to find an opening, but he was able to haul this one in. Unfortunately, they could not capitalize on the play. Late into the fourth quarter, this time at the 47. Number 19 went up top on fourth down as they decide to go for it, and it turns out to be the right call. A 33-yard play that set up a home team touchdown. Still late in the fourth quarter, the Crabs up by 13. Parks came up with a huge play here as they cover a lot of real estate on this one. They move ahead by 20. The Vipers still late in the half. Number 19 is back to throw, and when he gets an opportunity to step up, these are the kinds of throws he makes. This was a big one. A 30-yard play that set up a home team touchdown. And that's how we'll round this one out. The Crabs come away with a win, 44-31. Finally, let's give it up for our 2K Sports Player of the Game.
Number 7 showed us exactly why he's a legend. Well, the name of the game for the quarterback is putting points on the board for his team, and he certainly was able to do that in this one. He found the end zone repeatedly, making it look easy out there, but we know it's not.
For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
44-31, Mike Dasso throws for over 500 yards. That is a new season record in the SFL, and Demetrius Aldat catches 269 yards worth of receptions. That is also a new season record in Baltimore's 13-point victory here in Cleveland tonight to improve to 4-1. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League and the Sim Football Network on Twitch. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine, and we'll see you back here Saturday for Oklahoma City and San Francisco in one of the best rivalries in the SFL. For all of us in Cleveland and back at our SFL studios in San Antonio, I'll see you on the flip side. Good night, everybody. Thanks for listening.